Thanks for joining us here on KGW Plus for another half hour of the news. I'm Stephanie Domerat. Let's head first to our top stories this afternoon. The main source of jet fuel for the region's biggest airports is finally back in service. Now, 3 weeks ago, a leak was found in the Olympic pipeline, which transports gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel to Northwest airports, including Portland's Airport and SeaTac. Now, officials are still trying to determine how much fuel was lost. So far, they've recovered about 2,300 gallons. The 400-mile pipeline runs all the way from Whatcom County in Washington south to Portland. An investigation is underway in Marion County after a man attacked another man with a knife. Video sent to KGW shows a suspect getting arrested Saturday night near 3rd and G Street in Hubbard. Police say after the suspect attacked the victim, he barricaded himself in a car and refused all police commands. After nearly 6 hours, police say they were able to take him into custody with the help of SWAT crews. Screenings are back to normal at the Hollywood Theater following a gas leak Saturday afternoon. The theater issued a warning with one of the building's furnaces that let gas flow into the building. Now, the situation was resolved about 30 minutes later with the help of Northwest Natural. And now to the Oregon coast, where it took first responders and volunteers nearly 7 hours to rescue a stranded hiker. Cannon Beach fire officials say around 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon, they got word of a hiker who was stuck at the top of Saddle Mountain. First responders found the man about 40 feet up on a ridge that's only about 3 feet wide. You can see it circled here. A rope rescue team became heroes, rappelling from above and then lowering him to safety. Travelers across the country who continue to head home from the holiday weekend today may want to check the weather forecast first. Here's Amy Kiley with the latest.
Winter weather continues to hinder travelers coming back from their Thanksgiving destinations. Forecasters say a new storm system is taking shape today in the Mid-South, near where Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas meet. They predict snow in much of the northeastern U.S. this week and heavy rain south of there. This system follows a previous one that snarled travel over the weekend.
Winter weather can always be impactful, but this is definitely one for the books for sure.
Indiana police say 45 vehicles were in this pileup Saturday with no major injuries. Delta says no one was hurt when this plane slid off an Iowa runway yesterday. FlightAware reports roughly 12,000 delays and 1,000 U.S. cancellations yesterday. It says Chicago's O'Hare Airport was the hardest hit.
We were pushed back because it was delayed for a couple of hours. Then we were able to get another flight. That one was delayed like another 30 minutes to an hour.
FlightAware says the busiest airport in the world racked up delays too.
The concern is that the flight would be canceled. If it's delayed, we've got some family here who's on standby to come back and pick us up. So we'll see how it goes.
That's even though it's in Atlanta, which did not get snow.
The aviation system is really interconnected and it can have a domino effect. So you can be outrightly impacted even without being in that area that's seeing weather.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
All right, let's check in with Chris now with another look at your weather as we head into the week.
Do you feel left out that we didn't get the snow that they did back there?
I didn't feel left out. Did
well,
you?
we got the frost this morning,
Yeah, we
so
did.
we made up for it. Clearing out after a frosty and in some cases foggy morning. Check this out. These numbers, I'm calling these notable low temperatures, but really what I should call this is the coldest numbers of the fall thus far. These are all the coldest temperatures that we've had so far this season. Hillsborough got down to 28, PDX 30 at the airstrip. Portland International, of course, Scappoose got down to 30. Vancouver, Pearson Field also getting down to 30 degrees. And then the temperatures actually came up a couple of degrees as the fog formed, but some of us woke up to fog and frost, and now we are clearing. A really good-looking noon hour here over downtown. It's 42, last check out at the Reserve Golf Course and Vineyard in Aloha. We've got broken cloud cover over our state capitol, 42 there as well. It's a popular number. Elsewhere, 42 in Hillsborough. It's 42 in Camas. It's 42 in Gresham. Who's not 42? Almsville's at 45. Estacada, the cool spot on this map, at 38. All right, the plan for the rest of the day today, temperatures inching into the mid-40s. So in case you're wondering, the average high for December 1st at PDX is 49. So a smidge off that, but in the ballpark. Our temperatures are probably going to take a dive at sunset, which of course is at before 4:30 now, Stephanie. So it's likely that we're in the 30s for a little while this evening, but then those temperatures will come up as we have an increasing chance of rain towards Tuesday morning. We'll look at that coming up in just a few minutes.
Okay, we'll see you then. Thanks, Chris. Well, the city of Vancouver is making it easier for people to get their holiday shopping done after pausing construction that's been going on for almost a year. Here's KGW's Jake Coulter with the details.
Holiday season can either make or break your year.
It's been wonderful, and people are excited to come down here.
Molly McKenzie owns Mackenzie's Treasures, an antique jewelry shop downtown. She says this Small Business Saturday, she had customers right when she opened, which was a welcome change after she says business has been slow this past year due to the Main Street construction.
It has affected our business a lot with people not being able to get through all the streets and finding places to park and such. And any time there's any traffic or any street closed off, it's not very inviting to people.
The city halted Main Street construction on Thanksgiving, and it will remain paused until New Year's Day.
Their ability to open it up for us and making it more walking friendly and car friendly through this holiday season is really important and a blessing in my opinion.
McKenzie says she's thrilled because the holiday season is when she and a lot of small businesses make their money.
There might be 2 months that I am not making the same amount as my winter months, and I have to then compensate it or dip into the business savings to pay for our retail spaces and everything like that.
Just down the road, Wild Fern Boutique owner Deanna Gaines says while the pause is helpful, this year will track behind years past.
Our holiday is just going to be scrunched into like a few weeks rather than a month and a half, the month and a half rush that we usually see.
Downtown Vancouver resident Laura Webster made it a point to shop around at small businesses Saturday to show her support for the community.
The restaurants can't survive if there's not people down here doing anything, and so it just makes it much more lively and welcoming to even be in the area than if you're going to drive to Target and do everything there.
Jake Coulter, KGW News.
Portland's famous outdoor sanctuary, the Grotto, has lit up for the holidays. The Catholic sanctuary grounds in Northeast Portland are now lit with millions of lights and displays. The Festival of Lights features chapel choir performances, caroling, and a puppet show for the little ones.
But this is my first time coming here, and just it's beautiful, beautiful, perfect time, and no rain, so it's the best time to get out and enjoy it.
Bring your walking shoes. It's definitely a blessing.
The festival runs every night from 5 to 9:30 through December 30th, with the exception of Christmas Day. You're also asked to bring a non-perishable food donation to support Snowcap, a local nonprofit providing people with food, clothing, and utility assistance. A historical home in Scappoose is transporting visitors to the world of Dr. Seuss. Now, every room at the Watts house has been decorated to match the land of Whoville from the Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. It's a Whoville experience that started in Scappoose 3 years ago.
They absolutely love it, and that is the best part for us. Watching the kids' faces, and they're so excited. We have to kind of slow them down in the first room because they want to run right through. They're so excited to see what's next. And the wonder on their faces is worth every bit of hard work.
Wow, what an amazing house. By the way, you can check out all of this for free. It's open at night, Fridays through Sundays, and also on Wednesdays, late afternoon and early evening. It's now and through January 4th. And still ahead, TriMet is reducing service for several bus lines after a budget shortfall. How will impact your way around the city of Portland? Plus, an animal who takes his job very seriously. The story behind this goat volunteer bringing smiles to people's faces.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
Welcome back. Well, you've heard of bell ringers outside stores, of course, during the holidays, but I bet you haven't seen one like this. Now in Colorado, a very special helper, very cute helper, is trading hay for holiday cheer. Michelle Reyes introduces us to Pongo, a local legend.
Most bell ringers use their hands. Pongo uses his mouth. And just like that, holiday magic stops shoppers in their tracks.
3-year-old Pongo has been ringing bells for the Salvation Army since 2023 in Colorado City.
He was only like 8 months old, and so that was his first job.
A job this goat takes very seriously.
Sometimes when I ring the bell, he gets jealous. And yeah, so he's a good bell ringer. He's better than I am.
This year, for the first time, he's visiting Tractor Supply Co. in Pueblo, spreading holiday cheer in a whole new town.
Oh my gosh, he is so cute. He's so adorable, spreading the Christmas spirit.
Ringing for a bigger cause than he might know.
It's very important for us to spread the love around and to make sure that there is generosity going to those most in need.
Every clang of that bell means more help for families right here in southern Colorado. Food, clothing, and emergency support.
Rent assistance, utility assistance, food is a great need here. We have 72 children that attend Head Start in our building it's 100% free for them.
Randy also shares that the Salvation Army has gradually had to scale back its Christmas program, at one point only serving children up to age 12.
I couldn't imagine a 13 and a 15-year-old being at home and being told, we can't afford Christmas for you, but your 9-year-old sibling has Christmas.
It's donations.
The donations that she brings in, every dollar stays in our county to help our community.
And volunteering that make the difference.
We were able to raise the age back up, and we're doing up to 18 in school.
And Pongo is sealing the deal.
What motivated you to donate today?
Well, we always do, but definitely the goat ringing the bell was, it definitely closed the deal.
Yeah, well, that was Michelle Reyes reporting. Now, since 2023, Non and Pongo have averaged more than $1,000 in donations to the Salvation Army mission. Chris, I couldn't resist. If I saw little Pongo, I'd have to stop.
That's a good story.
Right?
Oh, man. Bell ringing goats. All right, from that to, we've got partly cloudy conditions over downtown right now at this lunchtime hour, 42. Last check at PDX. The plan for the remainder of the afternoon will call us partly to mostly sunny at times, with temperatures kind of hovering in the mid-40s. So we're going to be kind of chilly tonight, and then we've got rain in the forecast, at least some rain for tomorrow morning. We'll look at that coming up in just a few minutes.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
It's certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Well, the holiday season is here, and if you're looking for another clue of that, just look outside. It's cold.
It was frosty this morning for a lot of us. As we mentioned, 30 degrees at PDX this morning early on was the coldest temperature of the fall thus far. Yes, December 1st is still technically fall. So with that, let me give you some numbers here as we look at September, October, November. Fall rainfall fell short of expectations, or at least what we would typically see in any given year. Normal rainfall September, October, November at PDX is about 10.4. We picked up 9.48. So we're almost 10% off the mark for rainfall thus far. I bring that up because December is actually the wettest month in any given year on average in Portland. That said, the outlook from the Climate Prediction Center doesn't really skew heavily to above or below. What that means is we have equal chances right now of hitting, normal-ish rainfall. Now, with that in mind, we've got a couple of mostly dry days. We've been dry since Saturday. Tomorrow, we've a chance of some light rain, but it doesn't look like a big deal. But I did want to take kind of a little gander towards next weekend because models are hinting at a decent amount of rain Friday through Sunday. So that's getting towards the tail end of our 7-day forecast here. But in any event, maybe, an inch of rain or so up and down the I-5 corridor, 1 to 3 inches of rain at the coast. In the higher terrain of the Cascades, that will translate to snow generally, possibly down to pass level this week. And there's still some wiggle room in the models as we get that far into the forecast. But the point is that the early half of our week is generally dry with some light rain. The tail end of the work week forecast and into the weekend does look wet, and that's kind of what my trend is here. I also wanted to point out that tomorrow it will not be as frosty, and that's because we'll have clouds moving in tonight ahead of our next weather system that will likely keep the temperatures up several degrees. Again, 30 at Pearson, 28 in Hillsborough, 30 at PDX this morning. We will not be that cold tomorrow. Right now, it's actually beautiful over downtown. It's 42 at the airport, it's 44 in Sherwood. The big picture across the state. Burns this morning was down near we got down to as low as 12 that I saw. You've now recovered up to 35. And that's the weather system that we're watching for tonight and tomorrow. It's just now working its way into Vancouver Island with some rain. That will slide southward overnight tonight. It'll bring in the clouds and eventually a chance for some sprinkles. Here's Futurecast in the wee hours of tomorrow morning. 2 o'clock, there's a couple of green blobs on the map there. Don't blink. You might miss it, but the point is that there could be a couple of sprinkles out there. It doesn't look like much in the way of rainfall. That system passes. The rest of Tuesday night and Wednesday looks pretty dry, and then we'll wait for the next weather system to come in towards the end of the week. And you'll see that. Again, big difference in the rainfall from Tuesday's system and what comes our way Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Again, not a whole lot here, but maybe enough to wet the ground in a few places. The best bet for significant rain would be the northern half of our viewing area. Okay, temperature-wise, today into the upper 40s. I mentioned a quick drop-off. Sunset is at 4:28, and so as we get into the evening, we could be back down into the mid to upper 30s, but then as the clouds roll in, the temperatures will come up just a little bit. So tomorrow won't be quite as chilly out the door for kids going to school, and 6-8 degrees warmer probably tomorrow with that possibility of some light rain. Our forecast on Wednesday, we'll call it mostly cloudy, so I'm going to under-promise and hopefully the weather over-delivers. You can't go wrong with that, right? If I go mostly cloudy and it winds up being mostly sunny, you'll be happy, right? Right? Just say yes.
Good. I like it.
Okay, here comes the rain Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Again, how much of those days is actually rainy? We're still trying to figure that out, but the point is plan on rain at this point, Friday through Sunday.
Bring a rain jacket if you're going to go get
that
too. Free. Thanks, Chris. Still ahead, authorities in Washington are sounding the alarm on a series of distraction thefts happening in parking lots. How you can prevent that from happening to you after the break.
KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yes.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW+.
Welcome back. TriMet has begun its first round of large-scale service cuts. For lines 35, 52, 77, and 81, buses will now arrive once every hour after 9 p.m. After 7 p.m., the FX2 line will run every 24 to 35 minutes. This comes as TriMet faces a $30 million budget gap, with expenses outpacing revenue. Last month, TriMet got rid of 68 positions. The next round of service cuts is scheduled for March. Police are warning families with seniors across Western Washington to leave high-end jewelry at home as holiday shopping picks up. Now, the warning comes as police search for suspects who they say followed, distracted, and ripped off an elderly woman's jewelry in a Winco parking lot on Friday. Now, police are now looking for this SUV that took off. Our sister station in Seattle reports an increase in what police call distraction thefts. Last April, a woman stole a $5,000 necklace by peppering him with kisses in a Lowe's parking lot.
And the lady calling me, I need help, she say. So I go over there and then, it's calling me. When I reached to her close to the door, the window, he grabbed me and kiss me. So what's that for kiss for?
The FBI data says police almost never get these items back after thefts. We will be right back after this quick break.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW+. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW+. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news, live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free.
Issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yes.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW+.
Well, Winter Wonderland is back at Portland International Raceway for year number 33. And tonight and tomorrow night are special nights at the track. Lights and leashes nights. So cars are not allowed, but dogs on leashes like the one you saw there are allowed. Event organizers also point out that there is no designated dog potty area, so make sure you pick up after your pups. Gates open at 4:15 and close at 9:30. That's always such a fun event.
Good timing too, right? Sunset is at 4:28.
Yeah.
So, I mean, by 5:30, it'll be nice and dark and you'll appreciate the lights. Also note that the temperatures are going to drop like a rock at
so be ready for
sunset.
that.
So be ready for temperatures in the 30s, I think, this evening. They will come back up by early tomorrow morning. So if you follow all that, tomorrow morning won't be as cold as this morning. Some light rain possible on Tuesday. 46 today, 48 tomorrow.
Okay, thanks so much, Chris. And you can stream the news at noon on your own schedule. You can download the free KGW Plus TV app, available on Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV. Thanks for joining us.